Wouldn't you know it, I just remembered something. I need to exit the game and come back to it. Just one moment. Well, first we have to wait for this. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I didn't start the game with the controller on, which means the controller wouldn't work whenever I played it. My controller is a Steam controller, and how a Steam controller works is it hooks into the app through the Steam overlay, but it needs the big picture overlay to work, so like if you don't launch the game from big picture mode, it uses the classic overlay, the controller won't work. So I had to turn on the controller before launching the game, which I didn't do the first time, so I had to restart the game. So, we are almost done with the Dollhouse chapter. Off stream, I actually did the doll head thing that I was finished up last time. Yeah, it was like I was missing something. I was definitely tired and irritable and cranky, and it was past my bedtime. I do stupid things, like I set a goal for myself, and just part of my personality is once I set a goal, I won't stop until I achieve it, even though I probably should stop sometimes. It's just the way I am. So we're pretty close to the end of this chapter. So let's go enter the game world now. I also did this right here. There was a pig snout right down there where you see that square is right there, and it spawned a basket there, so that was one thing I did. This is where the next part was right here. So let's go back up. And we'll do this. This is another head sequence. Hopefully we finish the game today. If not, we'll get close-ish to it. Okay, why the fuck does my game keep alt-tabbing lately? Like, it started yesterday. It never did it the last time I streamed, but the game started alt-tabbing randomly out of the game world. Nope, that wasn't supposed to happen. Why did it not speed up the head? We don't need to do it that way. We can just go like this. There's a tooth up there. I don't know why I'm concerned about getting these teeth, because I have all the weapons fully upgraded. So creepy. Rolling around on a doll head. Nope. It stuttered right when I hit the button. Why this game micro stutters so bad? I don't know. Like my first install of it, like years ago, it did not do this. I have not been able to solve it. Why doesn't it let me go up higher? Okay, I'm using keyboard because for whatever reason I'm not able to aim the thing like I remember being able to. Whoops. Oh, son of a bitch. I guess you can't aim it the way you did. Come on, come on. Oh, no, 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 no. Stutter! Stutter needs to stop. Game is plagued by performance problems. Oh, look, more stuttering. No, stop. Stop going on the thing. No, please. That's not helpful. That's the only way to do this. Okay. I hate those things, because they're way bigger than they look like they are. Oh, fuck you. Why? Oh, fuck you. I hate those things. They are the most annoying things. because they move and the teapot cannon doesn't hit them and the... Stop hitting him, he's worthless. He can't charge me, so this is fairly safe. Alright, I didn't lose too much health. I still have to get all these things because some of them might have roses on them, which I need for my last little bit of health. That sounded like a growl. Oh, that's the end of the level, I believe. One chapter to go.
I had a role in my family's demise, but I did not start the fire. Centaurs don't live in Oxford, but a certain doctor did. I saw him, a preening undergraduate. Now I remember him. That key belongs to Lizzie's room.
Sorry, I had to Alt-Tab out because I couldn't remember whether or not I unmuted my mic. Apparently, it's good. I thought that was the end! Jesus Christ, this is the longest chapter ever! I'm like at over 3.5 hours on this chapter now. Oh, that's really neat looking. That is one really cool looking train.
Worn out with eating time, the Wheels of weary life at last stood still.
Okay, we'll go controller for a while now. I'll just go back and forth between the controller and not. I think I missed a couple heads up here.
I'm no toy. He wanted me to do things I didn't want to do.
Oh, that sounds ominous. But I mean, this game does do themes of human trafficking and prostitution. That is an element. Oh, that's creepy.
Am I not the most wretched and selfish of fortune's fools? Oblivious, I live in a training ground for prostitutes. My mentor is an abuser and purveyor. I've been complicit with my sister's murderer and the killer of my family as he corrupted my mind. I sought relief from my pain and you turned me away from the truth.
You are almost there, almost free from what you fear. You could have been cured. You could have forgotten.
Abandon the memory of my family.
They are dead, and you should be too.
You misbegotten abomination! Murderer! You blood-sucking parasite! The damage you've done to children! The abuse!
I provide a service. In the great and awful metropolis, appetites of all sorts must be gratified.
My family! My mind! The infernal train!
The train is your invention, your defense. I merely set its schedule and itinerary. The train is coming with its shiny cars, with comfy seats and wheels of stars. So hush, my little ones, have no fear. The man in the moon is the engineer.
I'll stop that train, if it's the last thing I do!
As you wish, it will be. You're lost, and where your body is, your mind will follow. Perhaps it's already there.
You oozing sore of depravity! Children wearing their names around their necks as if they're breeding livestock!
A declaration of their pedigree. You could use one. They're proud to display their provenance.
You brute! They can't remember who they are or where they're from. How many minds have you twisted into forgetfulness?
Not enough. Yours would have been a triumph. Still, you're an insane wreck. My work is done.
Last chapter.
Hatter, I must stop this infernal train and the evil force that drives it.
Everything's a nail, is it, Miss Hammerhead? First it was all search, freighted with fear and fragmented memories. Now it's the train. Never time for tea. While your brain's on holiday, we're ruined. Now we're all mad here, and that's a good excuse for going to hell in a teapot, but not for forgetting what your senses saw. Forgetting is just forgetting, except when it's not. Then they call it something else. I'd like to forget what you did. I've tried, but I can't.
You've used me and abused me, but you will not destroy me.
No, the damage is done. The old Alice and her Wonderland retreat are demolished. You can't even recognize what's happened, and you're powerless to change it or move against me. I've made certain of that. Come to receive your punishment, then?
I know I'm guilty of something, but punishment never suits the victims of the crime.
Abuse is a crime the strong visit on the weak. You're right, abusers are insufficiently punished for the damage they do. Those who witness abuse without seeking retribution for the harmed pay a penalty. Your own pain mitigates your failure to act earlier, but you may not yet have paid enough for witnessing the pain of others.
This is really cool. It's like a cathedral train.
You corrupted my memories, but you failed to make me forget.
I could have made you into a tasty bit. Clients out the door waiting for a piece from a raving, delusional beauty with no memory of the past or no sense of the future. But you wouldn't forget. You insisted on holding on to your fantasies. You're mad, like your sister.
Don't speak of her. You didn't know her.
Your sister was a tease, pretended to despise me. She got what she wanted in the end.
Ah, it's the Queen.
Lizzie, what is this train's destination?
Madness and destruction. You shouldn't ask questions you know the answer to. It's not polite. And that noise wasn't Lizzie talking in her sleep.
Oh, no. Oh, poor Lizzie.
And there are no centaurs in Oxford. Make your survival mean something, or we are all doomed!
This looks like a boss room.
Hide in your shadow. The past must be paid for.
I just dashed right into that.
Could you kill a fly? Cost of forgetting is high.
Okay, that's really annoying that it goes through the pillars.
Struggle, Alice.
Oh! Why did you go?
Make believe, Avenger.
Not these again! Ah, this boss is annoying! Sometimes I hate aim mode because I lose control of my character and I don't like losing control of the character. I'm gonna die. And there's a rose right there. I'm gonna drop it down to difficulty because I don't want to spend hours doing this.
Make believe, Avenger.
I just want to beat the game, so I'm gonna do it on easy. Huh, how do you avoid this? Like, it would save when I'm like almost dead, wouldn't it?
Make believe, Avenger. Absurd futurist.
Oh, you bastard! How? What the fuck? You were like 9 miles from me. Okay, I was doing it wrong. That was stressful. That was stressful. But it wouldn't be a proper boss fight if it wasn't stressful.
I'll see you charged. In prison, some half-wit bruiser will make you his sweetheart, and then you'll hang.
Indeed. A hysterical woman, former lunatic, roaring outrageous accusations against a respectable social architect and scientist. My God, Alice, who would believe you? I scarcely believe it myself.
You, monstrous creature. Such evil will be punished.
By whom? By what? Psychotic, silly bitch. Your madness will be punished.
Language!
I'm expecting your replacement.
Oh, different Alice. Okay, that's awesome. That's an awesome ending. Damn near dead. Like, I guess if you're ending a game at, like barely on death, then, dead end. Oh, cutscene.
Alice, we can't go home again. No surprise, really. Only a very few find the way, and most of them don't recognize.
Oh, that's cool.
Delusions too die hard. Only the savage regard the endurance of pain as the measure of worth. Forgetting pain is convenient, remembering it agonizing. But recovering the truth is worth the suffering, and our wonderland, though damaged, is safe in memory. For now.
For now. Sequel coming. They're actually in pre-production for the sequel to this. It's called Alice Asylum. Hold on one second, I'm gonna alt-tab quickly. Yeah, the mic is on. I just don't know the status of the mic sometimes. So American McGee is living in China right now in the sequel, which is called Alice Asylum. It's not really a sequel because Alice is like 11 or 12 in the first game, which was called American McGee's Alice. She's about 19 here, and the second game, she's like, it splits them. She's about 15 years old. So it's while she's in the asylum in Rutledge. So it's not really, it's a sequel to the first game, but a prequel to this game. But yeah, this is an amazing game. It really is. I enjoyed it, and like I said in the last stream, I got to a part of the game that I had never gotten to before. Like that one puzzle that I was doing wrong. But at the very least now, I can mark this as complete. I'll at least finish watching the credits here. By the way, Spicy Horse is a Chinese development, like game development studio. That's why you're seeing very Chinese names here. It's not very smoothly scrolling though. I mean, it probably looks okay at 1080, but at 4K, this scrolling is very jerky. Probably because it's not smoothly scrolling. It's probably based on 1080p, where the pixels of the text is smaller. Because I'm looking at the screen monitor and it looks pretty smooth. That's not even me. So who knows? Dark Horse Books? New York style steak and burger. Interesting sponsor for a Chinese studio. Yeah, I don't care about Electronic Arts. Garbage company. Alright, so let's look at what we have here. Hey, look. Chapters complete. All of them. The overall completion is 89%. I only got about 2/3 of the memories. Almost all of the snouts peppered. About 75% of the bottles. Some of the Radula rooms left. 5 left to do. Let's look at our memories. Let's go through the memories again, because, like I said, I started the stream like 3 years ago. So let's go through all these one by one. I'm going to do this with a controller because it's easier than using a mouse and keyboard.
Our lovely library was a fire trap. A conflagration waiting to happen.
Sorry about that. I had to go back to get a drink. Let's do the chapter 2.
I was the last one in the library the night of the fire. The log I added to the grate was dead when I went upstairs to bed with Dinah. If it wasn't, I may be responsible for my family's deaths. Dinah saved my life. I survived because she showed me how to escape. I didn't leave the lamp in the library, and Dinah didn't knock it over. The lamp and Dinah were upstairs when I went to bed. Dinah was in the room with me when the fire started.
And the cat saved her life.
Lizzie hated locked rooms. Her room was further from the fire than mine. Smoke could not have killed her. She never locked her door. And besides, she knew another way out of the house. Out of the window. Someone incapacitated or killed Lizzie. Then locked her door, then took the lamp downstairs and started the fire to cover up their crime. Their plan was to kill us all.
See, I didn't remember that.
I had a role in my family's demise, but I did not start the fire. Centaurs don't live in Oxford, but a certain doctor did. I saw him, a preening undergraduate. Now I remember him. That key belongs to Lizzie's room.
Alright, let's look at all these now. Except for, obviously, the 3 I missed. If I want to get 100% completion, I'm going to have to replay Chapter 3 and 4. But for completion purposes, when I do this, I'm going to do it on easy. Because the purpose is not to complete the... or not to, like, the challenge. It's just to collect everything.
Human purpose is fickle, because it is a slave to memory. Memories must be strictly managed, Alice. Unproductive ones must be eliminated. The railway running through Wonderland sounds charming, but inefficient. Noise and smoke, like snips and snails, perhaps. Best to forget that train. A mock turtle as conductor? Oh, no, I don't think that will do at all. Some insects eat their young, Alice. They have much to teach us, alive or dead.
What exactly would that teach us?
Grave news. The ship was crushed and her crew lost. She was not built for navigating the Arctic ice fields. The recent competition of governments in fitting out polar expeditions is a needless waste of human life.
You know what would have been a cool addition to the game from the menu or post thing? Being able to play all the mini games independently, because I really freaking like the one with the ship submerging in Chapter 2.
Unpleasantness, remote in time and space, has only as much power as vivid memory offers it. Keep troubles and torments at a distance where they may be easily forgotten. What Nurse Witless said was, "The fire whooshed in, lit her up like the guy on Cracker Night. No one knows how she survived except Alice, and she's stum, remember?" Lovers often exchange a lock of hair to symbolize their vows. The human heart is opened by a vast assortment of keys. Light? Light is useless if what it illuminates causes pain and suffering. Better to cast such things into the dark depths of Lethe, the river of forgetfulness. Everything has a season, Alice. A flower blooms and fades away. Memories, too, have a useful life. We should eliminate the ones that hurt. Damaged people feed on the emotions of others, Alice, their strengths and weaknesses. The proofs are legion. Every creature has a purpose. It is my sacred duty to fit every young person to a calling, be it for ornament or use. Read your history. Read your mythology. Every child has a purpose. It is the beholden duty of knowing adults to fit every young person to her calling.
That was the first one starting the stream like the other day.
You're part frog, Alice, I swear. You jump so well.
If you leap from that table again, Alice, I'll expire. You're 2 times too reckless, my girl.
Amanita muscaria, Alice, is merely a stinky toadstool. A spongy consistency, but poisonous.
Lizzie, remember when a burst of steam blew your dress up around your neck? Just outside Harrods it was. Fortunate your undergarments had been laundered.
My heart is open, Alice. Never closed. Never locked. It needs no key.
We'll all roast in our beds, Alice, for the sake of your father's unnatural devotion to printed paper. This hoard of flammables wants only a malignant spark and poof! Our flesh and blood is smoke and ash.
How prophetic.
With gas laid on, Alice, we'll go to Brighton on what we save on beeswax, candles and oil.
Papa, you're in enthusiasm for photography makes the library smell like rotted fruit. And I'm certain these solutions are toxic.
Most theatricals and gaffs are unsuitable for young persons. Punch and Judy dust-ups are no more than vulgar domestic arguments.
I've smoked a cigarette, Alice. No fun at all. One day I'll try a clay pipe. Poor Dodgson is a pathetic sailor and an even worse captain. We'd have run aground on the Isis if I hadn't taken an oar.
We'll keep just the one lamp, Alice, as a nightlight, but it stays in the upstairs hall and only till you turn 12.
When Papa grounded me, I climbed down the trellis. The tree branch makes a bridge, and it's not much of a drop. Keep our secret, Alice, or we're not sisters.
Fire, Alice! Fire!
Save yourself! Wake up, Lizzie! Lizzie! Open the door!
The key, Lizzie! Unlock the door! You'll burn!
Regrettably, the creature has to die for its image to be properly captured. The subjects of art often suffer.
Claimed I'd stolen his heart. Trifling with his affections. Creepy sod. Touching me. Told Papa to never invite him to tea again.
No bearskin rug before the hearth, no deer antlers on the wall, no taxidermic abominations in the house. Demeans the creature's dignity. A weapon's intended function is almost beside the point. Ultimately, it's only as good as the person who wields it.
A locked room is little more than a cage. A prison by another name. I despise concealment of any kind. Once the bounder followed me into the ladies at Waterloo Station. I had to call the attendant. His hand was slimy, Alice, like an eel from the Isis. And his name won't help. Bumby. If he ever qualifies, his bedside manner will require improvement. All those undergraduates waiting for a word from Papa. Might I hold the tea cosy, sir? Might I pour, sir? Bunch of toadies.
My father would wish that you hold your tears, girls. He lived a long life, and as the poet says, like a clock worn out with eating time, the wheels of weary life at last stood still.
I'm no toy. He wanted me to do things I didn't want to do.
It could have happened that way, Alice. You remember poor Mr. Crook died, didn't he? Dr. Wilson rejects spontaneous combustion, but I trust Mr. Dickens. So I says to Dr. Bumby, I says, model making's all fine and good, but a waste of a perfectly good bottle. I could fill it with gin for threepence. Skin burned by fire or scalded by steam looks wrinkled like a toadstool in winter. Certain smells are one-off. You'd never mistake burning human flesh for roasting a lamb chop.
Wow, that's dark.
There's a tool for every task. Even the humble funnel has a special job. How would you get gin from a barrel into a bottle?
Look how small she's become, all curled up. She's barely there, a vixen in her hidey-ho. Flight or fight implies a permanent choice, but flight often just means putting off the fight to another day. Choose your battles wisely, Alice. Alice was often alone, an interior and lonesome child, I suspect. Her sister, though loving and much loved, was too old to be a playmate. Epidermis was singed to the third layer, and the rest of her skin was as brittle as carp scales. Pets are friends and our secret selves, Alice. Your rabbit, too. I'm sure Dinah was a confidant. Always about, wasn't she?
It's odd. Dinah was spelled D-I-N-A-H there, but yet in the one memory it was D-Y-N-A-H.
Games, too, require hard choices. Unpleasant sacrifices must often be made to accomplish a desired goal. Food looms large in your dreams, Alice, but cake occupies a special place. Never rejected dessert, I suspect, nor tea if cake was on offer. As beloved toys are to children, children often are to grown-ups. Objects of fancy and imagination, and eventually discarded.
Finish your soup, girls. Bovine juveniles gave their all for it. Every picture tells a story. You wouldn't tolerate a book without pictures when you were a girl. It's well known that he who eats with the devil must have a very long spoon.
Interesting.
An industry thrives on suffering, obsolescence, and ruination, Alice. It's made the East End into a privy. Consider a simple farm life in Australia, perhaps. We might liquidate what remains of your inheritance. The scoundrel was fitted with grotesque headgear. If I have ever owned an accessory that unseemly, I'd burn it. Destroy all evidence of it and deny its existence. I value my reputation. Not burned beyond recognition, as I recall. It was the smoke, you see. One day you'll be joining them in the Oxford family vault, I imagine. Odd indeed. Unusual, perhaps. Even extraordinary. But nearly nothing is unique, Alice. Yours was not the first brick home to be destroyed by fire. Catastrophe may strike even the best regulated families, Miss Little. Of course, one family's disaster may be another family's opportunity. And the same goes for a surviving family member, if you know what I mean. Whoever said true art serves neither ornament nor use is ignorant of the aesthetic of the East. A dutiful, honourable daughter would commemorate her deceased family in marble. I know a gifted sculptor with whom I might negotiate a commission. The conflagration's point of origin was obvious. First, the library caught fire, and it spread disastrously when the gas line exploded. Lovely service, beautiful music, closed caskets, though I'm told your sister could have shown to advantage. The flames never got to her. I was required to identify your family in the Oxford morgue. Your sister was completely recognizable. I can't say the same for your parents. The undiscovered guilty and the wronged innocent share similar fates. Prisons and chains have many forms.
Yeah, bitch babies are bitches indeed. Jesus Christ, they're annoying.
Come now, Alice. It's only a dream.
It's not a dream, it's a memory. And it makes me sick.
Now, focus. Wait. You're floating again. Weightless. A cipher. Relax.
I'm in hell.
Forget it. Abandon that memory. It's unproductive. Go to Wonderland.
I can't. I'm trapped in my past.
Sergeant, this girl's badly burned. Call for a doctor!
She'll be alright.
No, Alice. Discard that delusion. Forget it. Go to Wonderland.
I'd rather not, Doctor. My Wonderland's shattered. It's dead to me.
Your preference doesn't signify, girl. Now, Alice, where are you?
I'm sailing with a friend. It's different somehow. Things have changed.
Change is good. It's the first link in the chain of forgetting.
What's happening? Are you mad?
I'm not mad.
Rabbit,
That's not right. What's he doing?
is something wrong?
Something wrong?
No, not that!
Don't struggle, Alice. Let the new Wonderland emerge.
Pollution. Corruption. It's killing me. Wonderland is destroyed. My mind is in ruins.
Forget it, Alice. Block that dream. Wake at the sound.
That's freaking creepy.
Still a mess. No surprise. Her kin roasted like chestnuts right before her eyes. 10 years in Rutledge Asylum wasted everyone's time. Dr. Bumby won't do better. Still hauling out her questions. The fire, her memory. I deserve consideration, don't I? Who found her new clothes? Who got her a place at Bumby's? Where'd she be without me? On the streets, selling her backside. Likes my pigeons, though. She's doled out the odd pound or two. But what I know is worth more than that. Kept her secret, haven't I? Heard her say, "Oh, died on my account, I couldn't save you." I've told her my silence is for sale. Keep. I'm a good sort, really. Not like her nanny, that uppity whore, or that lawyer fellow Radcliffe took a stupid rabbit. Need money. Warned her I'd tell the coppers if she didn't make a donation to my upkeep. She yells and goes off her head. Days she can't remember her name, what I heard.
Oh, my precious domain. And the guests. All I really wanted was another tea party.
Please, Hatter, you promised. Where is that train going? What's its purpose? Tell me, now.
There's no time for whatever it is you want to talk about. It's time for tea. Talk trains with Turtle. He ran the Looking Glass line. Come on, you lot. We can still be friends. I've got a fine Darjeeling. Drink.
My memories are shattered. I'm trying to collect the pieces, and I now believe the train impedes me. You must help me. You promised.
Ask the one who helps them what helps themselves. Whoever that is.
Very pity. He deserved to die. And I'm about to drown in tea, in ignorance. Our lovely library was a fire trap. A conflagration waiting to happen.
Oh, we already looked at these ones.
Confounded beasts. They want my ship.
I think you're more to their taste.
Never. We're almost relatives.
You're related to Sue, Admiral.
I've an idea. We'll leave this mayhem and go to Carpenter's show. It's better than Gaff. Carpenter promises what we don't take seriously can't harm us.
Best dive now, Admiral, or the sharks will have us for lunch.
Sacked from the railroad without the option. Redundant, the nitwit said. Never a holiday. Loyal as a bulldog. Going in a different direction, my Aunt Fanny, if I had one. Going off the rails more like. Bloody disaster. Now I'm shipless. The old railroad's dead. And this new thing's a monstrosity. It never runs on time. Engineers asleep at the switch. What I don't know about it can't hurt me. Say no more. Nod's as good as a wink.
The munificent script needs fetching. The writer's overly imaginative and exploring several endings. Then you'll need to assemble the show's tune-deft music. And finally, gather our stars! The show's tasteful performers. You should leave now. The essentiality of haste is essential.
This life is full of random deaths, and heaps of grief and shame. So if you are soothed by accident, you want someone to blame. Fire, plague, and strange disease, drowned, murdered, or if you please, a long fall down the basement stairs, none are expected, no one cares. I often must work very hard, sweat running down my skin. After the dance, I then must rest, and the eating can begin. Time to eat. Death is the ultimate equalizer. All have the right to be eaten.
Get in line, princess. Don't push. All will be served, so to speak.
Wicked thing! Feasting while Wonderland is destroyed.
I'm not the enemy you seek, Alice. I tried to hide this bit of Wonderland from that beast. Appeasement's never clean. We must all play our assigned roles. Are you a pawn or a queen? An idiot or a practiced fool? However this turns out, consider the prospect that you've been misled, Alice. Then ask, by whom?
No! Who set that bloody train in motion? Where has it come from?
It arrived when you arrived, and it's more horrible even than you can currently imagine. The death of a dream caterpillar may know how.
I was the last one in the library the night of the fire. The log I added to the great...
Oh, we already watched this one.
Well, at least she's not spewing that nonsense. My past is dead, I killed them, I should have saved them, I should have died. Her mind was in shambles. Radcliffe thought familiar faces would bring her round. After a year, he lost interest in her inheritance, greedy sod. Still, always asking his bizarre questions. Heavy dose of madness, I'd say, but honesty's never the best policy in this life. When she wasn't comatose, she gaped, eyes like pinwheels, drooled, occasionally screeched. Never uttered a sensible sound. And like the child she was, she kept her secrets close.
In a huff as usual, oozing with attitude and accusatory flummery, I've stolen her rabbit. Ridiculous pretext. She's here about the fire again. All the mad child wants to talk about. My report found her family dead by misadventure. She won't accept it. It goes on and on about her killing memories and her need to know the truth. The alleged truth is, the fire began in the library when the cat knocked over a lamp. The blaze trapped her parents and sister upstairs. Sister Lizzie never even unlocked her door. Died in her bed. The guilty cat always sets her off. She denies it, makes no sense, it can't be, etc. Agreed. And from the outset, Alice was my candidate for the pyromaniac. The girl had a fixation with fire. I once remarked that I thought she might have had a larger role in causing the tragedy. She suffered some sort of psychotic episode.
How can she stem this growing corruption or assess my search? What does she know that I don't?
She is someone you once knew and loved. Time changes us all.
Not all change is good.
Remember that when you find the Queen.
same night Jack Splatter, that waste of mother's love, was nabbed for gutting that heavy outside a mermaid. Yeah, I was taking Alice down and we meet two coppers walking Jack to the cells. He's mad in the usual I never wrong bloke nonsense when he sees Alice. That's the bitch what done it, he yells. She screams, you miserable cur, you leech, you maggot, living off another's labour, etc., etc. I'm admiring her line of inquiry, but suddenly she hits her head or something and faints. Couldn't send her home, could I?
There is no method in this madness.
My professional opinion, madness is often a treatable disease, though perhaps not in this case.
Authority must be obeyed, or it must be overthrown. Cruel to be kind, that's my technique, as they say. But she's as mad as a hatter, poor dearie.
Worst is over, and over, and over. Forget it, Alice. Forget it.
I know I already watched this one, but I need to get rid of the exclamation, meaning that it was unseen, but it's not, you know.
I had a role in my family's demise, but I did not start the fire. Centaurs don't live in Oxford, but a certain doctor did. I saw him, a preening undergraduate. Now I remember him. That key belongs to Lizzie's room.
Everything's a nail, is it, Miss Hammerhead? First it was all search, freighted with fear and fragmented memories. Now it's the train. Never time for tea. While your brain's on holiday, we're ruined. Now we're all mad here, and that's a good excuse for going to hell in a teapot, but not for forgetting what your senses saw. Forgetting is just forgetting, except when it's not. Then they call it something else. I'd like to forget what you did. I've tried, but I can't.
I know I'm guilty of something, but punishment never suits the victims of the crime.
Abuse is a crime the strong visit on the weak. You're right, abusers are insufficiently punished for the damage they do. Those who witness abuse without seeking retribution for the harmed pay a penalty. Your own pain mitigates your failure to act earlier, but you may not yet have paid enough for witnessing the pain of others.
Madness and destruction. You shouldn't ask questions you know the answer to. It's not polite. And that noise wasn't Lizzie talking in her sleep.
Oh, no! Oh, poor Lizzie!
And there are no centaurs in Oxford. Make your survival mean something, or we are all doomed!
Oh, I know why. I have that button remapped to back. That's what it is. I'm not going to read all this. Oh, maybe I should. Alright, let's go ahead and read it. Notes extracted from the casebook of Hieronymus Q. Wilson, M.D., Rutledge Asylum. On November 5th, 1863, Alice Little was severely burned in the fire that destroyed her family home in Oxford and took the lives of her parents and her older sister Lizzie. When the girl's seared skin gradually healed during a year of hospitalization, the trauma caused by her family's horrific demise deepened. The orphan's condition swung from comatose to uncontrollably hysterical and back in the course of a given hour. Learned medical opinion deemed her a danger to herself, and an indefinite term of institutional confinement was ordered. At her preliminary examination in Rutledge on November 11, 1864, Alice presented as deaf, dumb, and blind to stimulation. She seemed, in the brutal expression of the practice, in training for the coffin. Only her age saved her from immediate assignment to the notorious Bedlam catacombs. Despite insensible passivity, preternatural quietness, and evident dementia, a course of treatment was prescribed. During the first 6 months of 1865, she was subjected to all the best contemporary remedies without result. Cold plaster sessions and bloodletting were ineffective and unproductive. Applications of experimental shock apparatus useless, likewise massive doses of laudanum. In a desperate toss, restraints, including a straitjacket, solitary confinement, sensory deprivation, confiscation of her toy rabbit, and cancellation of afternoon tea were tried, and failed completely. She would not respond. She did not resist treatment nor in any way react to it, so she simply ignored it. She shut down completely and shut out the world. Shortly after the diagnosis of demented was confirmed, she fell into the comatose state. Despite her mental infirmity, she appeared physically fit. Staff remained hopeful, not to say optimistic, that she would regain her balance. Her bodily functions were reasonably attended to, but there were pitifully few signs of recovery. Then, in the autumn of 1873, after 8 years of fitful sleep, Alice spoke by drawing. Her first picture was of an alarming cat. But only bouts of angry, incomprehensible screaming and hysterical sobbing followed this dubious opening of communication. She became intermittently compulsive and had to be sedated frequently. From time to time, various medicinal preparations and chemical potions were forcibly administered to little effect, and she required more than verbal encouragement to eat. Something that did look like progress occurred in late November of that year. While her inarticulate mutterings and scream continued, she responded, if not appropriately, at least comprehensibly, to her surrounding. When grossly insulted by ward orderlies, the superintendent's imbecilic nephews, Alice, without warning, scared off one of the twins with her furious attack. She handled her spoon like a knife, and that made the other bleed like a stuck pig. But then she turned the makeshift weapon on her own whisk. And I'm going to go out on a limb and guess the imbecilic nephews are Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Fortunately, staff prevented her from doing terrific damage to herself, but she regressed to a previous state, days of silence, sometimes sketching fantastical scenes and characters, spouting senseless poetry, then incomprehensible raving, catatonic trances, and unintelligible shouts and groans. Suddenly, in spring of this year, there was a change. She began to speak. Civil, then vulgar, declarative, then cryptic speech, in and out of her chaotic, violent, deranged, and terrifying dream world. But the periods of lucidity grew longer. She became confidential. She shared some of her sadness, her grief over loss of family and herself, but most often she droned on and on about fantastical visions. These delusions had no reality, of course, but conversation makes connection with the world. This was a significant development. Cogent but often disconnected, and to me meaningless, of talk about Wonderland, tea parties, the fungiferous forest, boojums, jack bombs, snarks, demon dice, and the dastardly Red Queen was nonetheless encouraging. That's really interesting because those are all elements of the first game. Boojums is an enemy that does not appear in this game. Jack bombs, a weapon. Snarks, actually ice snarks do appear. Demon dice is a weapon. The Red Queen was a boss in the first game. Though her moods ran the gamut from despondent gloom to vicious anger to confident calm, this was a positive prospect, but the emergence of a normal Alice, a cured Alice, was not to be. Throughout the summer and into the autumn, she seemed to vacillate between fantasy and reality. By October, my own health failing, I recognized that I had done everything I was capable of doing for her. After a decade of treatment, having addressed her psychic condition with the full array of our age's therapies, she had emerged from her catatonia, but we didn't know why. I once thought the drug regimen had been effective. Now I vigorously doubt it. Reunification with her childhood toy? It turns out that the rabbit was a stand-in for the original, which disappeared years ago. Something I said, she did nothing at my command, instruction, entreaty, or request. To the extent that she was cured, she, I believe, cured herself. As she appeared more or less stable, though plagued by hallucinations that frustrated more than frightened her, I succumbed to the superintendent's entreaties. As further cure seemed doubtful, further confinement was deemed a waste of everyone's time. Lacking family and friends, but possessed of a small inheritance, she left Rutledge in November, depressed but committed to struggle for her sanity. Nurse Witless found her in a situation with Dr. Bumby, and Alice was released to his care at the Houndstitch Home for refuge for the wayward youth in the East End. I wish them both well. Wow, I haven't unlocked any of these. How do you unlock them? Alright. Alright, so... Oh! It has a New Game Plus! I did not know this game had New Game Plus. Probably because this is the first time I've ever finished it. Alright, so here are the dresses she has. This is the basic dress. Classic. Oh, the New Game Plus is the dresses give you different abilities. So what the classic dress does is it has the effect of the flowers, except whenever you're shrunk. Steam dress, breakables drop more teeth and roses. Enemies drop twice as many roses. Enemies drop twice as many teeth. This is Hatter's World. This is Mock Turtle was the main character for this one. Caterpillar was the main character at the end of this one. Queen of Hearts, the Red Queen, Queen of Hearts, same thing. Wow, that's makes the game. See, some of the dresses make the game easier, some make it harder. Miss Stitched, that's from the Dollhouse. Alright, so you have your Vorpal Blade. Let's start a New Game Plus. I'm not going to stream much beyond this, but I just want to see something here. Let's go easy because I want to try and find all those collectibles that I don't have yet. So it makes the game easier, but this is not about like challenge. This is about now let's go at normal.
There, Alice. Better now, aren't we?
My head's exploded and there's a steam hammer in my chest.
I skipped the cinematic because we have already seen it.
My memories make me vomit. What can I...
Remember other things.
I want to forget. Who would choose to be alone, imprisoned by their broken memories?
I'll set you free, Alice. Memory is a curse more often than a blessing.
So you've said many times, and...
And I will say again, the past must be paid for. Now, before our next session, collect those pills from our high street chemist.
Very well, Doctor.
I should get more batteries.
To forget Alice.
Now, Charlie, your pa was hung for killing your ma who beat you. Let's forget that, shall we? The past is dead, Charlie. Miserable hovel, the family wasn't, they never were. You're home now, Charlie. Relax. You're floating. Listen, they're gone.
Ollie pinched me smalls.
Wear bloomers.
What's wrong there?
Can't find the door.
Doctor, do you right? Still sick in the head?
I'm past a cure. Terminal condition.
Wasting doctor's time?
I deserve my bitter tears. Want some?
Years in the loony bin.
No, Ma, no relation. She's an orphan.
Oh, that's what we were looking at.
Mr. Payne had no idea how humble a home could be. If not for my drawings and the photographs, this could pass for my room at the asylum.
Doctor's pet.
Too good for the asylum. Mad as a hatter without the charm. Killed her family.
Who'd want her?
Another day, a different dream perhaps.
Oh, this digging's killing me back.
Can't come this way, love, no, go round.
Bastards.
Nice side fitting, little flat.
You like Boccherini, is it?
Fun fact. Whitechapel is the district in London where Jack the Ripper killed his victims,
She ever work?
who were all prostitutes.
Good for
Interestingly enough. But this, the story of this game takes place before that. Oh, hey, a cat.
Hang off, missy. Move along.
Hello, Puss. Puss, 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 puss. Don't be afraid.
Move along, Alice. I can run you in just for being off your nut.
Now, where has that cat gone?
Bloody lousy pet.
Like a real job. No changing napping.
Excuse me,
Better than being a
sir. You look like a
dog's
discerning
body for
gentleman.
save the world. 2 minutes at a time.
Seems following furry creatures into dark holes has become a habit. I hope it's not a vice.
Thanks, Kat. Yeah, I found that my compressor filter was not even active on the mic, so it was never like reducing the game volume. I don't know if you've been watching the whole stream, but I did finally finish the game. This is actually the start of a new game plus.
My stars and garters, Alice Little. Slumming again, are we?
Nurse Witless. What luck. Twice in as many months.
Out on your own? You look frazzled, dearie. Not doing well?
Not really.
Come along home then and look at my pigeons. Pretty birds, like you.
I don't think so. Our last visit cost me several pounds and got me nowhere.
I might recall where your mangy rabbit got to. Still a mess. No surprise. Her kin roasted like chestnuts right before her eyes. 10 years in Rutledge Asylum wasted everyone's time. Dr. Bumby won't do.
Oh, you'll have to watch the
questions.
The YouTube video because it was a little frustrating, the final boss at points. Like I was on the sliver of death. Like if you remember the roses up at the health, I had like 1.5 roses left at the end of the game, and I did die a couple times.
She's doled out the old pound.
But part of the reason why I died because I didn't do the boss fight right. This game is a very old school game. It doesn't hold your hand. It doesn't say, here's the weak spot of this enemy. You have to figure it out on your own.
It's for sale. Keep. I'm a good sort, really. Not like her nanny, that uppity whore. Or that lawyer fellow Radcliffe took her stupid rabbit. Need money. Warned her I'd tell the coppers if she didn't make a donation to my upkeep. She yells and goes off her head. Days she can't remember her name, what I heard.
So the way New Game Plus works is that when you go into Wonderland, the dress she wears, you can choose the dress, and each dress has a different benefit or whatever. Some of them make the game easier, some of the game make the game harder.
Nurse Witless, do you mean to harm me? To send me back to the asylum?
I won't say no. I've a thirst you could photograph.
Need a drink. Your mouth needs washing.
Pretty birds, like you.
Go Wonderland.
You've done magic.
Only a dream.
The Vale of Tears.
Very upsetting journey. But I'm rid of Pris, or whatever she's become. At least the place I've landed is somewhat familiar.
About time, too, Alice.
Blasted cat. Don't try to bully me. I'm very much on edge.
Perfect. When you're not on edge, you're taking up too much space.
You're no help at all.
But you know I can be.
I'll frighten myself when necessary, thanks very much. I was hoping to escape from all that.
Abandon that hope. A new law reigns in this wonderland, Alice. It's very rough justice all round.
I've always liked the Cheshire Cat.
Be on your guard.
You're that frog, Alice, I swear. You joke so well. If you leap from that table again, Alice, I'll expire. You're 2 times too reckless, my girl.
Amanita muscaria, Alice, is merely a stinky toadstool. A spongy consistency, but poisonous.
I've been down this road before. Good things in small packages?
Though lacking a bathing costume, a plunge in that pool is in order.
My God, I'm shrinking in this potion. Shall I disappear?
Almost. But the upside is that while smaller, you can see things that are nearly invisible to your bigger self.
Ah, I get it. Quite. Forests for the trees. Just the other way round. Short-sighted is more than a matter of perspective.
Look how small she's become, all curled up. She's barely there, a vixen in her hidey-hole.
So the New Game Plus, all the weapons are fully upgraded at this point, and I have all of them, I believe. Or maybe not. Maybe I won't get the weapons until... Let's see. Yeah, I still have all the weapons, because I haven't gotten the Vorpal Blade in the game yet. So it might be interesting going through the game with the teapot cannon right from the very beginning. I don't need any of these trees. Or any of these teeth. Probably won't need any of the rose petals either.
I'll never have more fun alone than when I rode the big slide in Hyde Park.
Okay, I never got this one in my first playthrough. I think that's a new memory, actually, because I don't think I got that one on my first playthrough. That's cool.
The vorpal blade is swift and keen and always ready for service.
I've not come back here looking for a fight.
Really? That's a pity. One's certainly looking for you.
Flight or fight implies a permanent choice, but flight often just means putting off the fight for another day. Choose your battles wisely, Alice.
Gross and evil in a single monstrosity.
Yep, you can heal at any time with this dress. That's a shame though, that doesn't use the flower sound while you heal.
A flower's purpose is simple and immutable. Human purpose is fickle, because it is a slave to memory. Memories must be strictly managed, Alice. Unproductive ones must be eliminated.
Whoops. I meant to jump, not dodge. I'm trying to do different things. It's like whatever. It's not a terribly difficult jump to make.
It's you again, Alice. You may approach.
Why would I do that? You want to eat me?
Yes, well, you taught me manners, and I've lost my taste for mad women. Strictly a porcine diet for me. Everything's better with bacon, don't you agree? Of course you do.
Oh yeah, I do.
There are pig snouts scattered about. I heard a few behind the house. Go fetch them for me. But take care for the pests that block your way. Pepper them up if they do. They need spice, and you're just the girl to season them for me. You'll find that grinder serviceable.
Why not season your own pig parts?
Matter of priorities. My alabaster skin needs protection from the disgusting creatures running amok amidst the environs. But one gets peckish. Look, all you have to do is listen for the oink, then shoot the snout. You may like the results. I certainly will.
A flying pig snout.
Thank you so much for the snout. Now go away.
Finish your soup, girls. Bovine soup and I'll escape there all quick.
I don't know if I ever saw that. I don't think I've ever gone through this secret area, but we'll find out in a moment. Oh. Thought I was gonna stay there longer. Hey, actually, can I go through here? Nope. Nope. Well, let's go to the next area so we can trigger a checkpoint, and then we're gonna call the stream. Because, oh, sorry about that. So after the next checkpoint, we're gonna call the stream and consider it done. I'm gonna mark this game as completed on my, on YouTube. Because, well, this is a New Game Plus. So, I'm not gonna stream the whole New Game Plus. I'll probably play this offline afterwards. So we're gonna go to the next area. Oh, that's a, Did I go in here in my first playthrough? I don't remember. That's a checkpoint, so we're going to quit to the main menu. So here's the, oh no, that's not what we wanted to do, So here's what the, like, Epiphany, if you're still here, this is what the dresses do. The classic dress regains health when shrunk. Steam dress, you get more teeth and roses. You get twice as many roses, twice as many teeth. Health limited to 4 roses total, so that makes the game significantly harder. Shrink saturation is doubled. That could be useful, but that's kind of, It's not my favorite dress in the game either. I think my favorite is this one. So, with that said, I am going to end the stream, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for going along with me on this journey through this game, even though it took 3 years to do. I thank you.